Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Wednesday. Fair warning, I do have my two assistants. Mr. Kong is that lump that you see there. That's Mr. Kong. Penny's at my feet. They're very calm right now, so I'm hoping there's no kerfuffles that break out during the filming of this video. My apologies if that does take place. So today I'm going to be sharing some thoughts with you guys about Konjac sponges. So originally, I was very hesitant to try these only because when it comes to cleaning my face, I have been an avid, super loyal lover of the Clarisonic. I purchased my first Clarisonic back in 2011. I think I got that one off of QVC. It was like a Today Special or something. It was a huge investment at the time because a Clarisonic is expensive, right? Like, I think I paid like $250 for the system that I got. And it was a huge investment, but I tell you what, it made the biggest difference in my skin. That 2011 is kind of when I really started getting into skincare, and I have enlarged pores, and I just found that the Clarisonic did such a great job of helping to clean my face every single night. I do only use it once a day, and it's at night after I've removed my makeup to get a thorough clean. The one thing I will say about the Clarisonic, besides it being really expensive and not affordable to a lot of people, is that there is some waste created with it because you do have to replace the brush heads periodically. So obviously when you're done with those end up in a landfill. And one of the things that I really liked about the Konjac sponge, because I'm trying to be a little bit more conscious the older I get about what I am tossing out into the garbage all the time. These are actually biodegradable, so you can compost these, which is really kind of cool. This sponge is actually a root. So no, this color is not found in nature. So oftentimes they are dyed, but it's a natural product. So the konjac root is originally from Asia. They used to actually use this to wash babies with, and I think it was Japan that I read this. So this is like the ancient Japanese equivalent to like a baby washcloth. I was also intrigued by how gentle these were. So I decided to go ahead and get some. I will link several different places where you can get Konjac sponges at varying price points down below. I will say a lot of them do have a lot of different skincare ingredients infused into the sponges. So you can find Konjac sponges that have charcoal or green tea or green clay or pink clay. There are, I mean, literally anything that you can infuse into a sponge, probably one company or another has infused into these sponges. The thing about that is really the product doesn't stay on your skin long enough when you're using it to really do anything. So I don't think that you have to find a Konjac sponge that has like a special infusion. This one here does not. It's just a plain sponge. So, you know, I wouldn't spend a ton of money on these. I don't think that you have to. So again, these are 100% natural. They are compostable. I have read, and I do have some notes here, you guys, by the way. So when I'm looking down, it's because I'm trying to make sure that I'm getting all of this information out to you guys. They do recommend that you replace these every 6 weeks, ideally. One thing I was a little nervous about with a sponge like this is that I worried about the chance for bacterial growth in here. Obviously, anytime that you have something that is wet in a wet environment, like, you know, if you keep this in your shower or whatever, there is an opportunity for bacterial growth. But these sponges are naturally antimicrobial, so they resist building up bacteria. That being said, you should still deep clean these. And what I have been doing with mine is once a week, usually on Sunday, I will take this out of the shower and I will boil some water, and then I just drop the sponge in there and I leave it in for basically until the water cools down on its own. So it just gives me an opportunity to really maybe kill some things that may be growing in the sponge. This wasn't something that was recommended to me, but it is something that I tend to do with my Clarisonic brush heads is, you know, every once in a while I will boil some water and then not like super hot for the Clarisonic because I don't want to warp the plastic, but I, you know, dip the bristles in there and then drop the whole thing in there just to like kill any bacteria. I will also then like wash the brush head with just some dish soap. So I think anytime that you are using anything on your face, you should, you know, whether it's a washcloth, wash it every few days, whether it's something like this, you know, maybe pop it in some hot water every now and then just to like kill anything that could be there. So that's just a little bit of information on how often to replace these. So every 6 weeks they say, and then, you know, you get a new one. And you can compost this. So if you have a compost bin in your backyard, just pop it in there. It will biodegrade over time. So when you first get your Konjac sponge, so here is a new one. And here is the one that I've been using. You can see how spongy this is. This is rock hard when you first get it. And you might think, oh man, there's no way I'm going to use this on my face. It's super abrasive. All you have to do is soak it in some warm water and it becomes this beautiful spongy texture that is perfect for washing your face with. If you have really sensitive, delicate skin, I feel like this is a quote unquote exfoliator that you can use. There are no rough edges on this. It's super, super soft. But it helps to get into all of the little crevices on your face. It helps to clean a little bit deeper into the pores. I don't think it gives quite as deep of a clean as my Clarisonic does, which is why I use this in the morning in the shower versus at night. But if you don't have the budget for a Clarisonic, this is definitely still worth a try to incorporate into your nighttime routine. You can use these as part of a double cleanse. So take your makeup melter, whether it's the Drunk Elephant Slay makeup melting butter balm or whether it's an oil from pharmacy or whatever. You can use that to remove your makeup, rinse the sponge out, and then go back in with your cleanser, put your cleanser on here, and then use that to wash your face as well. It's such a gentle exfoliator, you guys. So the other thing about these sponges is they actually have a neutral pH, so they can help to balance your skin. They can be used twice a day. They provide super gentle exfoliation, like nothing irritating at all. You can use these on not only your face, but your body as well. I really like exfoliating my neck with this in the shower. Your neck skin can be a little bit more delicate than the skin on your face. I will say my facial skin's pretty tough, but my neck is not quite as tough as my face, but this provides me with some really great exfoliation. Another thing about these sponges is they are actually, besides being a nice neutral pH, they have several different types of vitamins just naturally within them. So I'm just going to read this part off because I did not memorize this. So they are rich in vitamins A, B1, B2, B6, B12, C, D, and vitamin E. They also contain a fair amount of fatty acids, copper, zinc, iron, and magnesium. So these are all things that are just naturally within this sponge. I mean, it comes from the earth. So just like any vegetable that you would eat, it's got some nutrients within it that can be beneficial for the skin. That being said, once again, just like, you know, when you buy them infused with green tea or whatever, you're really not leaving this on the skin long enough to make a huge like impact. The skincare products that you use after you cleanse your face are probably going to have more of an impact because they stay on your skin either throughout the day or at night right before you go to bed. So all that being said, I think this is a really great, affordable way to exfoliate your face, to exfoliate your body, to basically help you get a deeper clean either at night or in the morning. again, in a really inexpensive way. And I do love that these are compostable. I think that that is fantastic. I don't have a compost bin at this house. We did have one at the old house. So for me, I will probably, I know my mother-in-law actually has one, so I might bring this down to her house and pop this in her compost bin when I'm done with it and replace it with this new one. So for me going forward, I'm going to use these in the shower in the morning. They're really fantastic. They're easy to use. They're easy to keep clean. They're inexpensive and simple to replace, and there's not a lot of waste from them. So big win for me. Let me know if you have ever used a Konjac sponge. What is your opinion? What's your experience with them? How often do you replace yours? Do you disinfect yours? I'm curious. So anyway, let me know if you guys have any questions down below. I will put some links for some Konjac sponges in the description box. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch today, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.